Yeah, there was. It was a punch thrown.
Marcus Aldridge frustrated with Bogut. Now Wesley Matthews.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to NBA Golden. In an NBA game, emotions run high, and when you combine trash talk, things can easily get out of hand, and the situation breaks out into a fight. Sometimes things happen in the heat of the moment, as players might lose their composure and throw logic out the window. But that's not always true, as a lot of the times the players simply just don't get along. Number 10. DeShawn Stevenson vs LeBron James. LeBron James has had plenty of rivals throughout his career, but DeShawn Stevenson is clearly not one of them. LeBron is way out of his league. He doesn't even come close. However, back in 2008, that wasn't enough to stop DeShawn from voicing his opinion about James, and calling him overrated. This feud between the two players reached some crazy new heights when Jay-Z, whose team LeBron and Soulja Boy, whose team Stevenson got into, had a heated dispute. Number 9. Michael Jordan vs Isiah Thomas. Michael Jordan is probably the best player to ever play the NBA game, and he uses every insult and every setback to hype him up to go out and finish his opponent. We certainly can't forget his fight back when he first played the All-Star game as a rookie. It was right here when Thomas reportedly asked for a freeze-out of MJ, and that's where Jordan's distaste for the Detroit Pistons point guard began. Number 8. Karl Malone vs Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was one of those people who managed to get underneath pretty much everyone's skin. In the second straight season of the NBA Finals between the Bulls and the Utah Jazz, Dennis kept stumbling into Malone again and again. Even after being called for a foul, Rodman still didn't stop annoying his key opponent. But his antics failed to do anything, as you might already know of Jordan's famous finals winning strip against Malone. Number 7. Larry Johnson vs Alonzo Mourning. In the early 1990s, the Charlotte Hornets were at their best, with Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning at the front. But with big personalities come big egos, and that got in the way of both the athletes. Their feud started in 1992, when Larry showed off his Rookie of the Year jacket and made a comment targeting Mourning, saying, "Hey young fella, if you play real hard, you might get one of these jackets." And that's exactly what caused the downfall of everyone's most favorite NBA teams ever. Number 6. John Wall vs Jay Crowder. Crowder and Wall got involved in some nasty stuff after the Boston Celtics' 2011 win over the Washington Wizards. Things got heated up between the two, and Crowder and Wall were exchanging words. Crowder then poked Wall's nose. Wall tried to respond with a punch, but the two were quickly separated. The argument started because Wall allegedly always talked disrespectfully to Crowder during their matches. This isn't the first time that Wall has had ill will towards the Celtics. He previously had put Smart down to the floor in the game between Washington and Boston. Number 5. Warriors vs Jailblazers. Being as crazy as this fight was, much to everyone's surprise, there's no evidence of this fight on tape. The fight erupted when Rasheed Wallace hit a jump shot to win the match. Following that, Chris Mills and Bonzi Wells began to push each other around. That's when Troy Murphy came into the mix and threw a few punches. It got to the point that police came in to help break it up. Wallace almost made it to the stands to fight someone in the crowd that threw beer at him, but he was restrained immediately. Number 4. Rick Mahorn vs Isiah Thomas. Let's talk about the time Rick Mahorn got punched. His restraint and patience when Isiah threw punches in his face was just amazing. It's so hard to just stand there and do nothing while your opponent throws punches at you for no reason. Even the most patient would lose their temper in such a situation, but Mahorn kept his cool and didn't even bat an eyelash. Number 3. Carmelo Anthony vs Phil Jackson. This drama started when Jackson commented that Anthony holds the ball too long. Charlie Rosen, a friend of Jackson's, wrote a column concluding that Anthony had surely outlived his usefulness in New York. However, Rosen denied he spoke on Jackson's behalf. Anthony and Jackson had a sit-down meeting, but sources say that it didn't go well, so this feud is still not even close to over. Number 2. DeMarcus Cousins vs Meyers Leonard. It all started when Cousins undercut Leonard's attempt at a shot during a preseason matchup. Cousins also on one occasion pretended to not know how to pronounce Meyers Leonard's name. While playing during a showdown, Cousins was taken out for spinning his mouthpiece in Leonard's direction, who was sitting on his team's bench. Leonard said that he found Cousins' antics were just too over the top. Number 1. Shaquille O'Neal vs Kobe Bryant. The fight between the two megastars was fueled by jealousy and misunderstandings. O'Neal was awarded all 3 Finals MVPs, which he did really deserve. Not saying that Kobe didn't do a good job, but he was just not up to Shaq's level. However, what really set Kobe off was that O'Neal would only shape up during the season, instead of coming into each campaign in proper form. Finally, Bryant had enough of Shaq and wanted him off the team, which is what eventually happened. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch 2 videos on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.